Hey guys, and welcome back. Wow, this is Amanda's second part two of Amanda's interview. We pick up where we left off, where we were talking about the liquid diet the last time. It's funny that I had actually turned the camera off at one point, and Amanda and we kept talking for, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes. And before I knew it, I was like, oh my God, the camera's off. And I had to reach over and turn that camera back on. Wow. Yeah, so we kept talking. This one went on for a little while. I edited it down and took some of my commentary out. I actually left some of it in there just because of the way the interview went. Some of the things that she said wouldn't make any sense unless, because if I cut my part out, then you guys would be like, what's she talking about? Right? So I left that part in there. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. This time I think somewhere one of these corners over here, I'm going to link back to Amanda's first interview. If you haven't watched that yet, you can go back and watch that. So watch this video and I'll talk to you after it's done. Bye. So after the surgery, your personality changed, yes?
Yes, for sure. I'm definitely much more outgoing. I feel better in my clothes, so my self-esteem is higher. People, like, when people tell me, like, oh my gosh, I didn't even recognize you, it's like a confidence booster, and then when you meet people that didn't know you prior, they're like, how are you ever that big? And I'm
Right.
like, because I'm still that big. And then I'm like, oh wait, no, I'm not. So it's like a self-realization. So that's, definitely a change, that you're not that 228-pound person anymore. People even say my voice changed.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Did your taste change now?
My sweet tooth kicked in. I was never a sweet person. And I don't know if it's because the part of my brain is like, you're not supposed to eat sweets. Because I'm fortunate I didn't get dumping syndrome.
Right.
So very fortunate. But maybe not fortunate. Because, and I limit myself what I eat. Like, I'll eat one cookie. Sometimes you eat 2 cookies. But you got to reel it in. But as far as, like, my other changes, I like the sweeter shakes. It's weird. Like, I was hoping not to like the sweets that everybody... that most people describe not liking sweets, but other than that, no. Because I feel like if you deny yourself, that craving is not going to go away, and then it's going to cause a binge.
Yeah, and then
you have to understand you're still human.
Yeah.
You're still normal.
Yep.
So it's just all about your moderation of it. So a scoop here, scoop there. That's one cookie here, one cookie there. That's not the worst thing you could do. You're not eating an entire pack or an entire pint of ice cream.
Exactly. As long as you're not doing that, you should be, then you're okay. And I totally agree with that. After surgery, there's still that liquid stage, and then you go into the mushy stage. I mean, any kind of issues with anything like that?
I could not do anything cold, and I could not do anything hot. Everything had to be room temperature. The undri was really hard to get to, because you have to bring it to a certain temperature in order for it to not clump.
Right.
So everything had to be room temperature. So it took a little while to adjust the time, and then almost force myself to drink it a little warmer. But like, I couldn't do popsicles after. Jello had to be more on the room temperature side than right out of the fridge. I had a little trouble with applesauce. I think applesauce stuck. Was it applesauce or yogurt?
Applesauce.
I think it was applesauce. For about 3 weeks after surgery, the applesauce. Oh, because I was trying to take my meds with it. Mm-hmm. So that would get stuck. No, it was Jello. I'm sorry. Because Christine told me to stop eating the Jello. Because maybe it was too cold. It was definitely the Jello. Would get stuck. So I had to resort to just really like broths and the undri. Because the Jello would get stuck. And she said that it was because of the inflammation, because I had a hiatal hernia as well. Right. So that repair caused like inflammation, like in the esophagus area. I make a recommendation, speaking of weighing your food, getting a food scale that's very easy to read is very important pre-surgery. like start getting in that habit of weighing your food before you even get to your surgery, your liquids and stuff. Because that was one of our diet tricks when we yo-yo dieted, was always weighing my food. And that really helped after surgery. Once we were on regular food, I was already used to weighing my food. So if you can get in that habit of weighing your food now,
absolutely,
it makes post-surgery so much easier.
Yep.
Because I don't weigh at restaurants. I just kind of judge, like, because I don't get that full feeling. I either go from, like, I feel like I have to pay attention because I take deep breaths when I get full, or I throw up if I overeat.
Right.
So it's like I have to find that balance. But if I bring a scale to a restaurant, because that's where I run into my big problems, is restaurants.
Yeah.
Like, you want to eat more, especially if you get a good meal, like a Texas Roadhouse meal. Like, you want that steak.
Yeah.
But you have to.
Other thing is that when I do order meals, I'll order something that's easily reheated. Like pasta's a good one. Throw a little bit of milk in there and it'll reheat very well. Chicken is like kind of my go-to now. It's like everything, because chicken reheats are very easy too. Like, as long as you have it chopped into pieces, it'll evenly heat through it in a microwave, like no problem. Steak always gets overdone no matter what you do. You reheat that, it's ruined.
See, if I get steak at a restaurant, I ask for it rare. That way when I know I'm going to, and I like my steak rare, but when I know that I'm going to microwave it, it's not so tough.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And chicken for me is iffy because it can get too dry and then it'll sit too hard.
Water. Put it in a bowl of water.
Like boil it type?
Kind of, but you're not boiling it. You're just making sure the moisture stays in there. So you warm it up to where it's warm, so you're not cooking it, you just want it warmed up. And then you can dump the water out.
Huh, I never thought of that. That's a great idea.
It stays moist that way, and still retains water, and it's just water, so doesn't change the taste of anything.
Yeah. Great idea.
Yeah. That's like the little tricks you learn when you, like, I'm really hungry and I really want this. I don't want it dried out though, because then it's all tough. And
That's what's great about this support. You know, when you have people that have gone through it, everybody has their own tips and tricks, and it just benefits you.
That's right. Yep. That's why I'm finding out all this different stuff. Kara was great because she had her own little story there, and I'm like, and she was talking to me. We were talking about coffee. That was the big thing for me with the 2-week liquid diet. Like, day 3, no one told me about caffeine withdrawal. I had no idea. I didn't know that was a thing until day 3, and I wanted to die. I literally wanted to die that day. I was like, so glad I was busy at work. I had no time to think about it. I would have called out sick because I felt that bad.
That headache is no joke.
Yeah, I was like, so I tell everybody, hello, wean yourself off the caffeine. Yeah, definitely. Before Kara said that she did that. She actually did that 2 weeks before. I was like, oh, good for you.
I would drink 5 Mountain Dews a day. And that's a lot of caffeine.
That was my go-to too.
And I'm a cold turkey, like I said. Like, I can't wean. Like, it's all or nothing for me.
Yeah. For me, it was, I either had Mountain Dew on my desk or I had my coffee on my desk. So it was always there, and I always had a lot of it. So yeah, wow.
Did you go back to coffee after?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, me too. As soon as they cleared me for coffee, I was like, coffee.
Yep. Like, thank God. I tried decaf. I really did. I tried to like it. I gave it an honest, and I actually bought different brands of decaf, and I drank. I paid for it, so I made sure I used the whole thing because that's money. But I was like, no, I need real stuff. The decaf has a weird taste to it too. Like, you can't get away from it. Like, everything has a weird taste to it now.
It is the best thing you could ever do for your life.
Everything, yep.
Everything. It's a struggle. It's a mental thing. Really, when you're considering the surgery, to prepare yourself mentally, because you're your own worst enemy.
That's right. And it's something that lasts for the rest of your life. You have to stay on it. Yep.
You do. It's not a quick fix. It's a tool to improve your life, and it will greatly improve your life. I don't take any medications. The week before, or a couple months before my surgery, we went to Georgia and climbed a mountain, and I threw up 3 times on the way up. And then a year later, we did another mountain that was more strenuous, and I scaled it. And so it's a mental thing. Stick with it. It's the best thing you could do for your life.
Yep, absolutely.
And we got a puppy, so we started walking the neighborhood.
Yep.
Just, I think we walked a mile the other day, and it was like nothing. It was like maybe, it was just nothing. And you know, it's hard when you have a new puppy to go to the gym because you got to get home and get him out of the kennel or wherever. So walking, just if you can't do anything else, just walk.
That's right. Yep. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome.
That was a great story. Like I said, Cairo had a great story too. I wish more people would volunteer there, because like maybe they will when they see the videos. Maybe they'll. A couple of people just sent me their questions, and that's fine. I'll talk about those in my videos when I post them. This whole thing has been. I like this. This is fun. I'm totally enjoying it. I hope maybe we can talk more people into doing it, because I walk around and I think, why didn't this guy do it? Why didn't that guy do it?
Oh my gosh, I
Why didn't
feel
this guy do
judgy.
it? Right?
I'm like, when you hear people going, when they're just breathing, just walking, and it's like your life could be so much better.
Yeah. I turned that off. I'm like, I should have just kept it rolling. I can cut out everything that we don't want on there. So yeah, I'm just all right. So just keep talking.
Just eating slow. And that's my hardest thing, is eating slow. And I actually saw a thing that I want to get. I saw it recently, is a cup warmer.
Okay.
And you just put your plate on the cup warmer, and it keeps your plate hot.
Yeah. Like for coffee cups and whatnot.
For coffee cups. Yeah. Somebody posted it in the group.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so there it is. There's Amanda's part 2 of Amanda's interview. She did a fantastic job. I know Amanda at work, so when she volunteered to do this, I was super excited to because I knew part of her story. I didn't know all the details yet, but I knew that she had some kind of complication, and had to go back in and have it redone. So when she said she wanted to do the video, I was really excited to see that. And at some point, I turned the camera off. The interview was over. I turned the camera, and we sat there for a good 20 to 30 minutes afterwards, watching or talking. And I was like, oh my God, I got to turn the camera back on. I'm missing all this good stuff here. So I did that, and I don't think anyone notices. If I didn't tell you, you wouldn't even notice that. Great. I hope more people will volunteer to do this. This was really fun. It's been really exciting. Next up after this is Sabrina, and boy, Sabrina is a fireball. I'm really looking forward to sharing that one too. She is a big ball of energy. Yeah, I met her at the door, and her picture didn't do her justice. When I saw her in the door, I was like just flabbergasted how good she looked. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one, posting that one too. Hopefully more people will volunteer to do this. Amanda and I had lot of good ideas in this one, talking about chaffles and scales, weighing everything, pocket scales at Amazon, or just like $10. I mean, if you're gonna do the surgery, make sure you weigh everything. You have to stick to that. All right, guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you guys all next week. All right, again, somewhere in one of these corners or down here, I think down in the bottom here, there's gonna be some links. So go ahead and click on those, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.